by trading. I do a bit of reviews on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, gold, and also Forex. I use price action a lot. This is for educational purposes. If you want to invest, get some financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a trader, and I just want to share my thoughts on the things that I do. Anyways, let's get into it. So there is the non-disclosure verbal agreement. Price action. Basically we're looking at resistance and support. So this would be resistance. Let's draw these lines. Now how it works is you look at basically where price battles or struggles to go anywhere else. If you look at the resistance level, I mean it's battling to move past this point again and again, and there we go again. And it's the same with support levels. It's supporting the price there, so it doesn't go any lower. There's one there. There's another one. There's another one. So you'll see them all over the chart. I do the basics. I don't like to draw too many of them. Otherwise, it just gets confusing. So the best thing to do is just keep it simple. I'm a simple kind of guy. You also notice there's no indicators or anything on the charts. It's plain simple price action, support and resistance. Another great way of looking at this is that to see, there's an old saying, always look left. Look at the chart and see what's happening on the left. I mean, this already happened. This is the history of the chart. We don't know what the future is holding here, but we at least can see what the past has been up to. And if you look at this area, price, it's been a while since Bitcoin has been at this range. So if price does move up here again, then it might be a good time to sell. If you have some Bitcoins, you might consider scaling out, or I won't buy there. I will definitely not buy in that range. Same here. I would look at buying again, because I mean, it's if this price moves back down here, I would like, well, it's been a while. Chances of it going up again is pretty good. You can see it there. It could also break. I mean, it's not cast in stone, as they say. And I mean, these price levels are not definite. You need to look at it as an area of interest. It could be, or pretty much a zone, if you will. So treat it like that. So here is another one. If we can just get this to, there we go. So basically, it moved up. It became resistance, moved back down. Maybe let's throw that one in as well. Right. If we look to the left, right, yeah, that was resistance there, and now it's support. So there's resistance, there is support again, resistance again. It broke through, moved up, and it could be another support level. It almost was with this hack that happened. Now if we zoom in, let's see. Just forward it. I spotted this quite a while back, 3 weeks back I think it was. It's a nice little pennant. Come on, give me another one. Right, there we go. Usually with pennants, two things can happen. The price could either break above the resistance trend line, which is this one here, and go up, or it can break below the support line and come down. So it did broke low. I was waiting for it. I was actually hoping for it to go the other way, but anyways, what to do? This area here, this is the Bitfinex hack. So what happened is, in this on different exchanges, you have a lot of different orders in the order book, people placing bids and asks, and there was a lot of bids down here as well, people willing to buy. I don't know how deep it goes or how far down. It could even be down here or even lower in this range. But anyways, what happened is, so once the news came out, people started dumping their coins. So all of these orders lying down here got taken out. What that means is that this price just plummets down, and people trying to place limit orders, trying to get in, but they can't, so they keep placing, trying to get the best price for their coins. But it's just moving so fast because there's a lot of people just taking market orders, just taking whatever the market has to offer. once the dust settled down, people are like, okay, well maybe we start placing bid again to keep buying or start buying again. And what happened is that you'll have a bunch of traders or people coming in and saying, well, we'll take the market order because we really believe this price is cheap. And as they start taking out from the market, what happens is all of these previous orders on the way down is still lying there. Not all of them, but a great deal. And as people just take whatever the market has, it just booms, it goes back right up. So this is what happened here. This crazy. So the point is, I will ignore this. I will ignore this spike here. I mean, it's a massive pin bar, and I will not really take it into consideration, except maybe for this area where I'm like, okay, they really try to bring it all the way back down to the 460 range. But for now, I will just ignore it. I want to look at that. Maybe we can draw another one here. If I go, okay, so that would be support, and this here would be resistance. Come on, why is this so slow? There we go. I also use Fibonacci's a lot. Fibonacci's is you look at the recent low and the recent high. And so that's the recent low, the lowest point, that's the recent high. You can even take this as a recent low, this area here. And I like to look at the 50 range. 60 is also good, this 50-60 area zone. But the thing with Fibonacci is you can make it fit. You can draw it until it actually fits, which is not the right way. It's also not completely wrong, but it's not the right way is to force something, because you're just fooling yourself. There's no point. So what I do sometimes is I do cheat a little bit. If it doesn't make sense, I'm like, okay, it's not making sense there, but what about this? I'm like, wow, there we go. 61.8. It's on that 61, on that 61. There's the 50 right there. And so as price moved from this level here, well, that's a starting point. That's a yeah. So from this level starts moving up, and it came back all the way down to the 61, and it started trading. Now we in this channel, sideways channel right here. So I was looking at the 550 range. Yeah, say what is that? 560, maybe this 550 range down here, and what is that? That's a 600, huh? In that range, I would look in that range to buy. Let's move on to gold, which is another favorite. I love gold. Support and resistance, same thing. Come on, it's so slow. There we go. There's support and resistance. Well, actually resistance, not support and resistance. Let's try this. And if you look at this, gold is actually moving. Yeah, it was in a downtrend, right? And let me just draw another channel. Yeah, come on. There we go. So there's the channel. I usually look for 3 areas. If you look at the resistance or the support, always look for 1, 2, 3. If I can with one horizontal line get 3 areas, I'm like, okay, that's pretty that's good enough confirmation for me. It's the same with the trend line. So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, broke through, 4, 5 actually, and the support line on the downtrend, you got 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 4 there, 5, 6, 7. That's good. So it's pretty clear now. When you start looking at it, it might not make sense. You might like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you, let's say you were kind of like in this area, it's like a 1, 2, there's 3. So those 2 can get connected. You can draw it in and hope that it holds, that you go in the right direction. And if it's 1, 2, 3, and say, okay, let's take a chance and let's sell it off on this trend line. Yeah, it would have been a great, sell off. There's another trend line down here. I'm not going to draw it in. I don't want to take too much of your time. If we look at the Fibonacci, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Prophecy. Lowest low, recent low, recent high. It moves up, and if I'm looking at this 50 range here. You can see there it's hitting the 50. So it might come back down to this 50 again over time. And by the way, I'm looking at the daily charts. I mean, if there's no point looking at the 1 minute. I'm not a scalper. I do long swing tradings and hedging. I hedge a lot. So yeah, this is on the daily chart. So it could come back down to the 50. It could actually come down to the 23. But this is a great time. I believe this is a good time to sell. Just give it some time. And if you do see some confirmation with candlesticks, chart patterns, and candle formation, these are Japanese candlesticks, by the way. The blue is the price going up and the red price coming down. Also, I assume you do understand a little bit about this. If not, there's great resource. Baby Pips is one of the best resources if you want to just learn what all of this means. There's a bullish engulfing. Here's a bearish. Here's a bullish engulfing. That's a bearish engulfing there. A lot of people will place their buy order there, and if it hits, and then start scaling it up. So that's on gold. If we look at the euro. The euro is fairly new currency. I don't know if you can consider 10, 15 years new, but it's one of the most recent currencies, and there's a lot of people trading it. So liquidity is not a problem, and it's also not expensive. It's one of the cheapest. The spread is very low. It's been coming down for a long time. If I zoom out a bit. Come on. So yeah, it was trading up here at the 1.4 area, and just over a period of time, people start selling it off. Maybe we can draw the trend lines or the support and resistance while we're looking at that. So there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Come on, this thing is so slow. By the way, I'm running on a Mac, so this is MetaTrader. Yeah, I don't know if that is. Let's see. That would make more sense. You got nice there. It didn't really come up. Let's zoom in. Some traders will look at the 8 hour, the 4 hour, depending on what they use. I like the daily. I like charts, but I don't like looking at them the whole day, to be honest. So let's maybe look at this. Come on. There we go. Again, bullish engulfing, and if you place the buy order there, gone up. You could have panicked here a bit, I suppose. A lot of people trade with stops. I don't trade with stops. I do recommend that. That depends on the strategy. If you're scalping, then yeah, go for stops, I suppose. But again, it's up to the trader. I want to draw the Fibonacci on this. It's just so slow. It takes a while to respond. Come on. Yes, thank you. No. There we go. Oh. Right. So on the fib, just before we close this, there's the recent low. 61. If you look, there's the recent low, recent high, trend line. Hit the 61. The 50 was kind of like the area where there was a lot of action happening. So the 50, 61, this range here, I like to look at that. You can also see that on the 38.2 and the 50 range, there's a lot of action happening there. I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go back to 1.14. Yeah, my money is on that. Let's just see how far. If it does go there and it does break that line, how far would it actually go? Where am I? Okay, so this was the recent low. So I'm just swapping this around, and we say there. Okay, 123. It could hit this level. If it might hold here and then go, depending on what's happening with the trend and what chart pattern formation. But yeah, we could look at the 123. You could also look at the 161 and this. What is this price here? It's a 120, and this is the 1.6. Yeah, 1.16, 1.16, and 1.202. So, anyways, that's it. Again, if this will be posted on Steam, and if you like it, give it a vote. Appreciate it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps. And share social media. Appreciate it. And I will see you next week with another review. Let's see what happens in the world of Bitcoin. Take care. Thank you. Bye.